இனிமே படத்தை பார்த்து வாங்காதீங்க. 100% கடலை எண்ணெயான்னு படிச்சு பார்த்து வாங்குங்க.
கடலை எண்ணெயில் நம்பர் 1 மிஸ்டர் கோல்ட் 100% கடலை எண்ணெய்.
For me, still I don't know who is George. What is in his mind? How he is behaving. My challenge is to portray the character. The main challenge of the Drishyam 2 is
chemistry between you and Mohanlal, sir. Oh my God, tell us the secret.
The whole of Kerala feels that way about me and Lal sir. Excitement overloaded.
During the lockdown, Jeethu sir called me and he informed me that we are going to start our shooting for Drishyam 2. I was like, what stuff? And he was like, yeah, we are going to start it. And I was, oh my God. And impulsively, I went the location. It was a rejoining for us after 7 long years.
Mohanlal sir, Kamal Hassan sir, Venkatesh sir, Ravichandran sir, Ajay Devgan sir. How can you pick all the best of one? Yeah?
Oh my God. And I have seen Hindi version, Tamil version and Telugu version. To be honest, I love my daddy.
Oh, that is so sweet. You've given us so many memorable characters and cinematic moments, and still you continue to surprise us every time. How is it that you do this? Today you'll have to tell us the secret, please.
you want to know how I am doing such things.
Yes. I'm so excited to welcome the critically acclaimed actor par excellence, Mr. Mohanlal. Hi sir, welcome.
I want to thank you all for joining this online conference, movie Drishyam 2. We have been getting phenomenal responses for the trailer and we are extremely grateful for it. We have all been going through a tough time these days due to the pandemic, and there are a lot of people who are dependent directly or indirectly on the entertainment industry to make ends meet. Looking forward to having a productive and enjoyable discussion about
So please, yes, share
Drishyam
your
is
thoughts on
okay.
Drishyam 2 with us, and please tell us how has the entire experience been as a whole, and if you have a message for the media and for your fans.
A crime once done haunts forever. It's the tagline.
Correct.
George and his family are still living in its trauma. Drishyam was a blockbuster when it released in 2013 and achieved cult status. The first part of the film was a huge success, not just in Malayalam, but also in multiple languages. It was also the first Indian movie to be remade in Chinese. Drishyam was a critical as well as commercial success and one of the films that changed how the world looked at Malayalam cinema. There is definitely a lot of pressure in making a sequel of such a movie, but we are very confident that it will be loved and well received by viewers. We are now ready to take the legacy forward and achieve a new cinematic milestone with Drishyam 2.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being part of such a wonderful story. And these are the stories that make our country. So thank you so much. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm going to start off straight away by telling you, I was looking at the trailer and the comments under it. And what stood out was the chemistry between you and Mohanlal, sir. Oh my God, tell us the secret.
To be very honest, I don't know what to say about it. In fact, the whole of Kerala feels that way about me and Lal sir.
Yes.
In fact, I feel so thrilled. I feel so blessed. And, I feel extremely happy that I could give this kind of an impact to the audience. A pair could do so much wonders and give so much of excitement to people. And that's what we are here for, right? I mean, we have to entertain the people and we are doing a good job, I guess. And I'm really happy about this thing. And I feel so blessed. Thank you. I have nothing else to say, really.
I have another question for you, and that question is, what was your experience like working on Drishyam 2 without revealing too much? Because, hey, this is that sort of film where we can't tell you too much. Please.
Yes, exactly. Initially, when they told me that they are doing a sequel, they're doing Drishyam 2, I was extremely thrilled. But I was always having this, a small little doubt that in case, what if in the second part, I don't have much to do? Just because I did the first part, I have to continue the second part without much character or much, So that was the only thing that was bothering me. And I was, though I was thrilled, I couldn't really share this with anyone, especially to the makers. But fortunately, I when I heard the script, I was extremely thrilled because I also had a lot of things. My character had a lot of depth and importance in the sequel, also Drishyam 2. So I'm excitement overloaded.
Well, thank you, Meena, ma'am. And I can see how you're measuring your words because this is
Yes.
that sort of a film. You can't say too much, but we have to talk to each other today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Ansiba.
Hi, how are you?
First, I'm great, but let me tell you, when I'm seeing you right now, I'm sure the fans have a similar reaction because there you are. Your character in Drishyam 2 is all grown up. So can you tell us what are the changes that your character has been through in these 7 years? Tell us.
Yeah, actually, it's been 7 years after Drishyam 1. I never thought that Drishyam 2 will be coming soon. During the lockdown, Jeethu sir called me and he informed me that we are going to start our shooting for Drishyam 2. I was like, what's the? And he was like, yeah, we are going to start it. And I was, oh my God. And impulsively, I went the location. It was a rejoining for us after 7 long years.
Correct.
And we were all very happy. And we had to maintain the emotional continuity from the Drishyam 1.
Beautiful.
So we managed it. I think people will accept it. And slightly we have changes in our character because the time has gone. It's after 7 years. She is now studying in college. When Drishyam 1, she was studying in +1. She was a high secondary student. Now she is a college student. And she has a maturity of 7 more years, but she is in that trauma. So it's her character is like she has some problems, but she's happy because always her father is there to protect her.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love what you said, the emotional continuity. It's such I wish more actors, and I'm sure you're learning from the best because, Mohanlal sir is there, probably to guide you in this aspect. But that's such a beautiful term. And I'm going to keep that with me as something that I'll always remember from this interaction. Thanks, Ansiba. And we're going to come back with you in just a little bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now, of course, time to bring on Esther. Hi, Esther.
Hi, Roshni.
Esther, I have to ask you this question that I've not asked anybody else so far, which is, coming back on this Drishyam family is like a reunion, right? Tell us, how is it to be reunited with the family?
It was really exciting, like Ansiba Chichi said, during lockdown, Jeethu uncle called me up and he was like, we're going to do the part 2. I'm like, okay, I was really excited, but I wanted to keep it low as possible. I was like, okay. And he's like, most probably going to shoot it during, these months. So this excitement was there, but also, what do you say? I had to keep it controlled because I didn't know the story. I didn't know what part I was going to play. So this was all playing in my mind, but the excitement was there. And while we came back to shoot, it was the best thing that happened last year, because we had a rough year last year. So, it was fun. It was great. And I still have the excitement, but I don't want to show it.
I totally understand, which is why, we have decided to ask you just enough for you to leave the audiences with more. So thanks, Esther, for that. I really, really appreciate it. We'll be back with you very, very soon for some media questions.
Yeah.
Hi, Jeethu sir.
Hi.
I'm going to ask you the question everyone's probably asked you. Why have you waited 7 years to bring this sequel? That's number one. And of course, there's a creative process behind this. So could you please take us through that creative process of bringing the sequel to life?
It took 7 years because actually I started thinking about a sequel only on 2015 onwards. Because before that, I felt there is no chance for a second part.
Okay.
So many people were asking about possibility of a sequel. Then I said, no. The story is finished. That's the end of it. There is no possibility. But after 2-3 years, people started making sequel stories on their own. So automatically, I think one day Anthony asked me, "Why don't you think you just try? If it is not okay, if it is not working, just leave it. Why don't you try?" Then okay. Then I thought maybe I will seriously. I will think about this thing, and I started thinking about the possibilities. And it took almost 5 years to come to this frame. And the moment I said I am going to write this thing, my family said, "Don't do it. Don't destroy that name." Okay. Then I told him, and I told Laletan and Anthony, I have a frame, I have a storyline, but I won't confirm it right now. Let me write a first draft. Then only we will decide. Then I wrote the first draft, and somehow then I show it to my family, because they are the first three who opposed this thing, right? So after reading the final draft, what they told me is, "Daddy, just do it. This is a good film. This is a good film. I think you can do this thing."
Correct.
Then I made some corrections. Then I sent it to Lalit, and then slowly I sent it to so many people for feedback, because this is something serious, right? If you done something, you can't mess with this this script or this second part.
Yes.
So I took a lot of feedback. Then everybody said, "Just go ahead. This is a good film." That's what everyone told me. Then I said, okay. Then I sent it to Lalit, and everybody was happy. Then we started the shoot and everything.
I have so many questions, but if I ask you any more, then you'll have to give me some very, very important details. So I'm going to save myself. But I do want to say, I love what you said, sir, where you said you can't mess with it. And that is truly the spirit of something that you're doing for the fans of the film. So thank you so much. I do want to also add, this is going to put a smile on everybody's face. The trailer crossed 5 million views within the first 24 hours and has now, at this point, been viewed over 9 million times.
Wow.
So wherever you are, just give yourselves a big hand.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Anything done with that, as I say, dedication and love will always find its spirit. Well, thank you so much, Jeethu sir. We'll come right back with you, of course, because we have questions from the media as well coming in. We'll be back with you in just a little bit. Thank you. So this question comes to you from Supriya from the BBC. She wants to ask you, what are the challenges when you make a second part of an already hit film like Drishyam? And as it's an Amazon Prime Video release, it will premiere worldwide for audiences across the globe. So are you excited about that?
The story, the script.
Yes.
How you are conceiving it, how you are portraying it, how you are showing it to the audience. Because the movie takes the viewers in the interviewing world of George and his family.
Yes.
And how their lives altered post their own fateful night. So it's a big challenge. The story should be gripping, and the movie should keep the fans or the audience at the edge of their seats.
Yeah.
And like Jeethu said, sequel, it's a big challenge for basically. The big challenge is for Jeethu. For me, still I don't know who is George. What is in his mind?
Wow.
How he is behaving to protect his family. So my challenge is to portray the character. The main challenge of the Drishyam 2 is the story. And we were very focused to bring this film because we want to bring the audience back to the theater or back to the entertainment industry. And people should watch it. They should say, "Oh my God, this is the film we are waiting for." And I think we are doing it right now. It's a proper thing, and it is the sequel is not it is not only a film. It's just not only a climax. It revolves around how the family is doing right now. The focus is more on emotions and relationships this time. So We are waiting to get the reaction from the audience. Then only we can say how far we succeeded in this.
How wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. This is a good question. This one is Debrati from Batman. She wants to know what excited you about playing Rani George again. And I think we already know the answer, but just to answer her once again, will Drishyam 2 be an extension of Drishyam?
Yes, of course. It's a extension of Drishyam, the extension of the family which went through so much, and what are they going through right now after 6-7 years. How the family is coping up, how are they relating to each other, and to that incident, what happened in Drishyam, did that affect them? It's like, every character's got their own problems, and how are they coping up? Especially my character, she is so worried because she doesn't know what really happened, what George Kuti did. So that stays a secret. He says it stays a secret until until the end of my life. So she doesn't know what happened exactly. She couldn't share. She couldn't think of anything else other than this. So the trauma, what she goes through, and does that really affect the family, or what she does, what she doesn't? A lot of things. So it was a beautiful, beautiful, emotional, journey. And I loved that about Rani. And she being a little bit of her innocence, to do the right thing, to be very scared and to do the right thing about everything, and worrying about everybody in the family. Her whole world is a family, but the trauma, what she goes through, it's all like, very beautifully shown. And I'm really, really excited for the people, for the whole world to watch Drishyam 2 now.
Up next, I have a question for Ansiba. Ansiba, the question is, have you watched other remakes of Drishyam, and whose performance? Oh, this is a nice, tough one.
Oh my God.
Okay, Mohanlal sir, Kamal Hassan sir, Venkatesh sir, Ravichandran sir, Ajay Devgan sir. How can you pick? All the best. Tough one, yeah.
Oh my God. Actually, all the remakes came out very well. And I have seen Hindi version, Tamil version, and Telugu version. To be honest, I love my daddy.
Ah, that is so sweet. I think you made a good choice. I think this is a great, great way, of course, to bring in your sister at this point. Thank you so much, Ansiba, for answering that question. And let's take it to Esther. Esther, hi.
Hi.
Esther, this question comes to you from Abita. The question is, you were a little girl in the first part of Drishyam. Over the last 7 years, of course, you've established yourself as a young heroine in the film industry. So what change, did you kind of notice in your character as you were playing this part in the sequel? Tell us.
So, like you said, it was there, like the transition from a child actor to, playing important characters, and now heroine. And coming back to Drishyam, like Jeethu uncle said, my character is mostly with the don't care attitude. And most of the time, what she does is that either she fights with her mother, like, I want to wear this, I want to do this, I want to do that. And my sister was all like, please don't fight, and, don't talk to your mother like that. And Lal uncle, George Gutti, is all like, what am I going to do with these two? So that was, it's something that you get to see in most of the families. Like, once you reach that point, you're a teenager and you have a very carefree life and you don't like anybody controlling. So I think Jeethu uncle narrated it very well. So I think it's a different character altogether when you compare it with Drishyam 1. Because back then she was a kid and she was innocent. So yeah, it was fun. But there are certain things here and there. Oh my God, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm the one who's gonna spill things, but no, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. So yeah, that's it. That was about my character.
You've given us so many memorable characters and cinematic moments, and still you continue to surprise us every time. How is it that you do this? You connect with so many characters and so many varied emotions. Today you'll have to tell us the secret, please. So can I request you to just unmute yourself? Thank you.
You want to know how I am doing such things.
Yes.
I call it as a blessing. I think some unknown energy is helping me. There's no proper answer for this. Maybe I trust my directors, my scriptwriters, my colleagues, and my fans, of course, and people who love movies. It could be the reason. Otherwise, how can I say? It's a blessing to be in this magic for the last 43 years, and still I am continuing. I think my movies, that is the secret of my success. The kind of movies I am doing, the kind of directors who are using me as an actor, those are the things. Otherwise, I'm not able to say how. It's $1 million question. and I am not able to answer. To be very, very honest. I'm also honest with this answer.
Thank you, sir. And what you said, of course, resonated. I'll tell you when he said, George Kutti, Sadhara Manushyalle, which means he's not an ordinary man. Let's keep that in mind. And Drishyam 2, Sadhara Padam or film illa. So I hope I've said it correctly. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
இனிமே படத்தை பார்த்து வாங்காதீங்க. 100% கடலை எண்ணெயான்னு படிச்சு பார்த்து வாங்குங்க.
கடலை எண்ணெயில் நம்பர் 1 மிஸ்டர் கோல்ட் 100% கடலை எண்ணெய்.